Hey everybody. I apologize. I got my time zones mixed up. uh, all right. Are y'all there? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is it happening? All right. I'll give you a second to respond. Let me get my set list and yeah. Okay. All right. I'm an idiot. Hey Eli, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Will you know where my guitar case is?
Guitar case?
Yeah. You see it? It's right. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Will you bring it over here?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, give me just a second. Let me get settled up, set up here and settled up. He's on the floor right here. Thank you. All right. I apologize for the delay. I'm in Washington, D.C. tonight for episode whatever of Alone Together. And I don't know what happened. I totally blanked out on the time. I was sitting here doing a set list while Eli was practicing magic. And yeah, I think what it was, I had a Patreon show on Friday that started at 8 o'clock Eastern, and in my mind, that's what happened. See how that worked out? I made an excuse and plugged Patreon all in the same thing. Anyway, it's great to be here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Give me 1 second, and we'll start playing some music. Let's see. And in the meantime, if y'all will tell me where you're from, and if you got any requests, go ahead and fire them out there. Because I didn't finish my set list because I thought I wasn't supposed to be on yet. Thought I had time. Let's see. There's that. There's that. Okay. All right. It's hard to write a song when you're 3/4 gone. Your crazy legs keeps pegging on my guitar. I try to clear my head and reflect on what she said, but the only thing reflected seems to be the bar. A shot of bourbon, I never heard no one, so I reckon two couldn't do no harm. Well, I know my eyes are red and I'm a little bit underfed. Baby, please believe me, that ain't cause for no alarm. I'm pleased to meet you, my name is Lost and Long. That's spelled with one L, not two. And don't you think you could be my one and only, baby, just long enough for me to make love to you. Tell me, what do you see it's hard when you've been dealt all your cards, and the only thing you've ever known, your time forgotten how to do. So let's pour another round for dreams we've never found, and laugh until the tears fall from my face. And when they finally send me home, I can't make that walk alone. There's just too many memories. Another time, another place. I'm pleased to meet you. My name is Lost and Lonely. That's spelled with one L, not two. And don't you think you could be my one and only? Baby, just long enough for me to make love to you. Well, I swear I know just what to do. It'll only take an hour or two. Well, it's hard to write a song when you're 3/4 gone. It's hard to do much anything these days. Hey everybody, I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed. Yeah. It's the one thing I'm supposed to do all week. Start the show on time, Carl. Start the show on time. Yeah, anyway, ridiculous. Well, thank you for joining me. If you have joined me, I really do appreciate it. This is the highlight of my week. I say it every week, and this time it's even better because I've got my son Eli with me, and then we got my dog Winnie. She's over there taking a nap, and yeah, we're in Washington D.C. We're on a month-long road trip, father, son, and dog, and today we walked around, visited the Lincoln Memorial and the Vietnam Memorial, and it's just really special, powerful stuff. So I'm having a great time out here. I feel very lucky, although it's weird. It's weird being in hotels and you know, it's like we eat only fast food because I don't really want to go into a restaurant and stuff like that. But it's good. I feel very fortunate to be out here. So. Right. Got that. All right, we're gonna start slow here. I apologize. We'll be firing on all cylinders in a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna take me a minute to get caught up. I had a really we drove down from Michigan. We spent about a week with my parents in Upper Michigan, and on the way down on Sunday, I listened to Todd Snyder's What It Is show that he does every Sunday on the live stream, and it's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites. I think he's as talented and creative of a songwriter as there is in this generation. And anyway, I was really digging that, and I was turning Eli onto it. That's my 17-year-old son. I was telling him about Todd's stuff. And when the show was over, and it was a really good, particularly good show, and then when it was over, I played him the record East Nashville Skyline, which is one of my favorite records. I knew it was one of my favorite records, but I forgot. I hadn't listened in a couple years, and I put it on and I played it from beginning to end, and I remembered it's one of my favorite records of all time, period. I just think it's a brilliant record. And I just have these really vivid memories of some of the early years of coming to Nashville and touring and just having that record on blast all the time. Just driving down the road in my minivan, my Ford Windstar. I had two of them, two silver Ford Windstars, Oprah Windstar, that's what I called it. And I would just play that record over and over. Anyway, so it just made me think. I'm gonna do quite a few covers tonight, if that's all right. And so this is one of them. It's brief, but it starts that record off. Let's see if I can remember. Old timer, too late to die young now. I am an old timer, 5 and dimer, trying to find a way to age like wine somehow. My new stuff is nothing like my old stuff was, and neither one is much when compared to the show. It shall not be as good as some other show you saw, so help me, I know I am an old timer, too late to die young now. I am an old timer, 5 and down, trying to find a way to age like wine somehow. I've met every fool that ever signed their names upon these walls, and the backs of all these beer joints and concert halls. I've been through 7 managers, 5 labels, 1,000 picks and patch cables, 3 vans of band, bunch of guitar stands, and cans and cans and cans of beer, and bottles of booze and bags of pot, and 1,000 other things I forgot. I thought that I'd be dead by now, but I'm not. The great Todd Snyder. A little bit of his music there. Anyway, I may bust out a couple more before the night is through, because we got nothing but time. And now that I know what time it is, this is gonna be fantastic. Second chance. We've been drifting on an empty aching sea. You're the girl I never knew I wanted. I was a boy you hoped you'd never see. It's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and grand, just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia. I'm begging for answers, trying to make a stay. Been burning up the hours, talking to the midnight, just dreaming ways I could hold you next to me. And maybe it just wasn't meant, all things have a reason. Maybe our hearts are just too careless and free. But it's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and grand, just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia, begging for answers, trying to make a stand. There was a time you would have had me. There was a time when I could have had you. But it's too late, another path has come and gone again. I'm at the back door with a broken window view, thinking it's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and grand, just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia, I'm begging for answers, trying to make a stand. I'm tired of writing, but I can't put down my pen. It's too late now to talk or turn back. So just hold on, 'cause baby, here we go again. Heading the wrong way down that one-way track. It's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and grand, just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia. I'm begging for answers, trying to make a stand. Trying to make a stand. All right. Hey, Eli, will you do me another favor? I need to find a charger like this. This kind of, what do you call it? A lightning charger? I think I have one somewhere. In that bag. We bring me that blue bag over there. All right. Sorry, I got devices that are losing their juice because I thought I had more time to charge. Oh, I'm never gonna live this down. Never gonna live this down. Never gonna live this down. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Got my trusty helper, my teenage son Eli here on the road with me. He's gonna make an appearance later, I think. You practicing over there? Is that what's going on?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna plug this in here for a minute. All right, let's see. 7 Central Time. Oh wow, somebody just told me that I said the show is at 7 Central. I did. You know, I think in my social media thing I said it was 7 Central, and on the show plug I said it was 6. Whatever. I don't know. We're gonna play for a while, and the people who thought it was at 7 Central are gonna come in, and they're gonna be pleasantly surprised because there's gonna be a show happening, and they're still gonna get 30 or 45 minutes, maybe more. and the people who were here on time, I'm sorry. And it's on replay, so this is all gonna work out, sort of. I hope. Oh, somebody's stirring. Somebody's waking up. Winnie had a long day. Let's see. Tell us about Yellowstone. Yeah, I got a song in the TV show Yellowstone 2 weeks in a row. Last week or 2 weeks ago it was Drunken Poet's Dream, and this week it was KMAG YOYO. It's very cool. It's awesome. I watched the first season of that show. It's fun. It's crazy. But I like Kevin Costner a lot. I like Brian Bingham. Did you know, little known fact, Kevin Costner has a son named Hayes. Yeah. I like Brian Bingham. He does not have any children named Hayes. And you know who I really like is Cole Hauser. And I've liked him since, I was going to say Saving Private Ryan. That's not what I meant. Looking for, what's the one with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, where he's a genius and he goes to Harvard? How do you like them apples? Why can't I remember this? Finding Nemo? Finding Private Ryan? Somebody help me out here. What am I trying to, Dazed and Confused? No, but I love that. I love Dazed and Confused. I remember I was in high school on my first date. I took a girl to see Dazed and Confused. I thought that whole movie was like, that was my high school experience. I was the guy, you know, if you want to know what character I was in high school, I was the guy. He's like, oh, it smells like weed around here, and then he gets his ass kicked. And later on, he's like, I just want to dance, man. Anyway, I'm totally digressing. Good Will Hunting. Thank you. All right. Good job, everybody. I appreciate that. Anyway, I took this girl to see that movie, and I thought the movie was so great. I thought she would love it, and that was not her high school experience, as it turns out, and she didn't enjoy it at all. And then I took I'm gonna stop there. I was about to tell you about my first kiss, and I thought we don't really need to get there that early in the show. I don't think. Okay, well, let me play a song, and I will as soon as I can. I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. So where were we? Good Will Hunting, Matt Damon. Oh, Cole Hauser. Brought it all back together. Cole Hauser plays their buddy in that movie, in Good Will Hunting. And he just stood out to me. He's a small part, but I was like, there's something about him. I just thought he was really cool. And I'm not sure I had seen him since. And then I watched this Yellowstone show, and he's in there. He's one of the main dudes, Rip. His name's Rip. I mean, how cool is that? And so he really stands out in that. So I've watched the first season of that show. I'm waiting for to start the second season, because my wife watched it with me, and she's gonna be mad at me if I watch it while I'm gone. So when I get home, I'll watch the episodes, catch up, and get to hear my songs in it. But in the meantime, this is one of the songs that they played, and I just this was this week's song called KMAG YOYO. Oh, when my daddy joined the Air Force, said it was a good source. Danger, love, and money, but it only led to divorce. Ended up in Abilene, working at a Dairy Queen. Put me in the Army on the day they died in 17. Here I am standing in the desert with a gun. Thought of going AWOL, but I'm too afraid to run. I got myself a new plan, stealing from the Taliban. Make a little money, turning poppies into heroin. Sergeant didn't like it, so they put me in the hole. I said it's easy shooting when they don't know where to go. They threw me on a lily pad, sent me home to no red. I knew I'd be in trouble, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. Oh well, stranger wearing all black met me on the tarmac. I told him I was sorry, but I ain't ever going back. Said, you ain't in trouble, son. Learn to fight without a gun. A new assignment, now you're working for the Pentagon. Gonna take a trip, you wouldn't tell me what it's for. You gotta serve your country, help us win the war. MIT, PhDs, night and day, they're testing me. Ain't what I was thinking, but I'm being all that I can be. I ain't no genius, but I knew it wasn't right. Uppers in the morning and the LSD at night. Send me up to deep space, help them win the arms race. Hold on me almighty, but the stuff has got a funny taste. Well, I think I hear the countdown 100 feet above the ground. Told me when I'm leaving, but nothing about it coming down. On a bad dream, 1,000 tons of gasoline. Ain't leaving nothing but some rubble in my slipstream. Mama always said I should be aiming for the moon. She never would have guessed I'd be passing by soon. How the hell did I get here? Blasting through the atmosphere. Drop the rocket boosters and I'm shifting into high gear. Bowie on the system, bottle on my knee. I'm strong, ain't got nothing on me. Hey ho, here we go, KMAG YOYO. Someone wanna give me, gotta come up where the sun don't go. I see a bright light, something about it ain't right. I lay down in a spaceship, but I woke up in a firefight. I'm tripping from the morphine, came down in a bad scene. God don't let me die here, I ain't even 19. Won't ever ask you love for anything again. I swear it on the Bible, the Torah, Quran. Lying in a rattle track, about to have a heart attack. IED got to me, someone called the medevac. I need some fixing after where it is I've been. Never gonna go and try and shoot a gun again. Slipping out the back door, gonna join the Peace Corps. Tell me I'm a hero now, someone else can fight this war. KMAG YOYO. Kiss my ass, guys. You're on your own. Yeah. You know what? I want to be on Yellowstone. I want to be Ryan Bingham. I want to be an actor and a musician. And here we go. Here's my headshot. I mean, hold on, I don't know if you can see. Look at that. I'm leaning against a fence post, obviously out in the west somewhere. I think there's like a bale of hay. I can't. There we go. There. And I'm looking pensive. These are my postcards. I'm quite proud of these. I don't think you can see it. I came up with that. I didn't come up with it, but I found it on the internet, and I figured out how to take it from the internet and put it on a postcard, which I then send to people who tip and contribute on here. And although the people who have done it the last 2 weeks, they're at home going, "No, you don't." I do. I've just been busy. I've been traveling, but I'm going to. I have it's backed up a bit, but I have some. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get them soon. I've got a whole stack here. And I need to get new postcards because I've done this for like 6 weeks now, 7 weeks, and I think it's time for a new one because some people I notice contribute every week, and I feel silly like I'm sending them the same thing every week. So, and I should specify that's if you give me your address. So on PayPal it gives me your address, and I know where to send a postcard. On Venmo you have to actually give me your address if you want the postcard. So that's that. Yeah. KMAG YOYO, yo. All right. Well, let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna do a song that. Actually, let me look and see if anybody has anything to say. But how do you look in a cowboy hat? Not great. Let's see who asked that question, but how do you... Oh, it disappeared. Well, whoever you were, not great. It's funny. I found a picture the other day of the one time I wore a cowboy hat at a show at River Road Ice House, New Braunfels, Texas. And I thought, why not? I went in. There was a place, and there was a guy there who was a fan. He said, "I'll make you a hat. Like I'll fit it, size it for you, personally." And I guess they do that for everybody, but it felt special to me. So I went in. I got a hat, and then I wore it like once or twice. And yeah, I just realized it wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. Okay, let's see. Magnolia Winds, play a train song. Beaumont, or Drunken Poet's Dream. She Left Me for Jesus. All right. All right. Well, I can do a few of those. You have a Go Astros post on my screen. I was wondering about how that works. I don't know what that is. That's some guy did a thing. I don't know how to make it go away. Last week, some post came up as well. Well, anyway, go Astros. Like, there could be worse things. For me, I'm an Astros fan. I was until they cheated. That bummed me out so hard. Really bummed me out. It doesn't matter anymore because baseball will never be played again. But still, I was an Astros fan since I could breathe. Went to the Astrodome, snuck in, went down to the seats and I have a baseball with Craig Biggio and Yogi Berra's autograph on it. I have a Roger Clemens autographed rookie card. I have a Bill Doran. I have the entire 1986 Astros playoff team baseball cards framed. Mike Scott, Glenn Davis, Charlie Kerfeld, Jim DeShays, Kevin Bass, Jose Cruz. Sorry, for people who are not old school Houston Astros fans, that was a weird little segment. Yeah. All right. Well, Jarrell, yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay. Let's play some music. I was gonna do something. I had something in mind. Oh yeah. I'll do this here. We've been dating since high school. We never once left this town. We used to go out on the weekends. We drink till we drowned. But now she's acting funny, and I don't understand. Well, I think that she's found her some other man. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She says that he's perfect. How could I compare? And she says I should find him, and I'll know peace at last. But if I ever find Jesus, I'm a kicking his ass. She showed me a picture. All I could do was stare at that freak in his sandals, all with his long pretty hair. They must think that I'm stupid, or that I don't have a clue. Well, I bet he's a commie, or probably even a Jew. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She says that he's perfect. How could I compare? And she says I should find him, and I'll know peace at last. But if I ever find Jesus, I'm a kicking his ass. Whoa. Up a whiskey, and now she's taking up wine. Well, she prays for his troubles and has forgotten all about mine. I'm gonna get even his name. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She says that he's perfect, how could I compare? And she says I should find him, and I know peace at last. But if I ever find Jesus, I'm a kicking his ass. And it could have been Carlos, or even Billy or Ted. But if I ever find Jesus, he's gonna wish he were dead. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That's one I wrote with Brian Keene, great songwriter, great guy. And I think we sort of wrote it as a joke. I mean, it kind of is a joke, but didn't really expect it to be a song that I was playing this many years down the road. It was funny. I was talking to Allison about it. We were talking about Lady Antebellum, and they've been having some issues with their whole name change, and it was well intentioned, but hadn't turned out great for them. And they're now Lady A, and I always feel connected to that band in a way because that song. Well, first of all, when I played that song for Ray Wiley Hubbard, the first time I ever played it for him, he said, Hayes, the problem with irony is not everybody gets it. And he was right. But I put that song out. Lost Highway put that song out, and my record label at the time. And we got this major coup. This was in 2007 when iTunes was like where everybody was getting their digital music from. It's sort of the only game in town. And I don't know if you remember, but they used to have a free song of the week every week, which was huge because if you could get that free song of the week, like millions of people potentially would download it. And I got it. And but there was 2 songs of the week. I got one and Lady Antebellum got one. So if you went onto iTunes in 2007 in June or whenever it was, you would have these 2 songs on there. And they would play a 10-second clip of the song, and if you liked it, you could download it for free. And then you could vote on the song. And so somebody didn't think it through real clear, because the clip of the song that they played for me was, if I ever find Jesus, I'm kicking his ass. And then it was over. No context, no really understanding of what what the song was about, that it was satire, that it was mocking intolerant hillbillies who try to pass as Christians. None of that. It was just, I'm going to beat up Jesus. And it didn't go over well. And so to this day, I have the distinction of having the lowest rated song in the history of iTunes giveaway. I had a 1-star rating of hundreds of thousands of people. And this was my first. Before that, I was an independent artist. Not many people knew who I was. And so this was my big break on iTunes, and it was the lowest rated song ever. So anyway, that was that. That's fun. I survived it. And Don Imus, who I see somebody's mentioned on here, declared that it was the greatest country song of all time. So, yin and yang, a public opinion. All right. How's everybody doing? You know what? I'm so excited. In 10 minutes, people are going to show up here thinking that they're getting a full show, and the folks that are in here, it looks like between the various things, there's about 800 or 900 of us. We've got a whole hour together before they showed up. Dumb people just thinking that I was right, reading my social media post and thinking, oh, he said it starts at 8 o'clock. That must mean it starts at 8 o'clock. laugh at them. All right, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Alone Together Tuesday. I'm glad y'all are appreciating that story. All right, let's see. I need some inspiration. Y'all keep shooting out ideas. I'm gonna do this is, I don't know why this popped into my head today, but I used to have this Townes Van Zandt record called Unrequited, I believe. I may be getting that wrong. But it was this live record from somewhere in Europe, and it was just really raw. You could tell he had been drinking and was struggling a bit, but he was so good at the same time. And it just was very emotional, very powerful record. But there were some really funny things on there. He played Old Shep, and just heartbreaking and hilarious at the same time. And then there was this song, which I found out later came from an Elvis movie. Elvis Presley sings it in a movie. I don't remember which movie, but I don't know. It just tickled me for some reason. It popped into my head, so I'm gonna play it. Here you go. I saw 3 shrimp in the water. 2 are old and gray. As I got a little bit closer, I heard the 3rd one say, "Goodbye, Mama Shrimp. Papa, take my hand. Here comes the shrimp boat for to take me to Louisiana." He showed his mama and papa a shrimp newspaper he'd read, with an advertisement which to all the young shrimps said, "Free ride to New Orleans, stay in Grand Hotel, meet lots of Creole girls who help you come out of your shell." Yeah, his poor mama and papa, they ain't heard from him yet. The last time they saw his smiling face was when he jumped into the net. Goodbye, Mama Shrimp. Papa, take my hand. Here comes the shrimp boat for to take me to Louisiana. Here comes the shrimp boat for to take me to Louisiana. All right. Let's see. Okay. Well, I was watching Todd Snyder's show, and he was telling stories. He's one of the best at that, and about songs, where they came from, just interesting anecdotes from his career. So it inspired me it made me think I want to do some of that. I didn't plan anything out, but I thought I might just kind of go in a little bit to some of this stuff. I'm out here. It's been 22 years since my first gig, and I'm not gigging anymore. I do this. This is what I do, and it's actually quite fun. And I'm very grateful to have this. A lot of people don't have anything. A lot of musicians don't have the ability to do this, and I'm just very fortunate. I've got a fan base, an audience of folks that tune in to me and support. So I'm very grateful to y'all for that. I really appreciate it. And just on a psychological level, knowing there are people out there and you have some sort of audience to perform for, it's really cool. It is strange that there's you finish the song, there's no applause, there's no nothing. Sometimes I can see comments, sometimes I can't. Tonight I'm struggling with that for some reason. And I joke about the, for the first 3 years maybe of my career and the last 5 months, no one has applauded when I finish a song. And in between, I had a pretty solid run. A few misses, but of a pretty solid stretch of people clapping when I'd finish a song. And anyway, but I did have those 3 years in the beginning, or probably more actually, where more often than not it was just silence or the sound of a TV or a beer bottle getting broken on somebody's head when I'd finish the song. So I have some perspective on what it's like to not have an audience, and I'm really grateful to have one. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. But this, I was thinking back to my cover days where I used to just play cover songs 4 hours a night, and I remember this. I was thinking about some of the stuff I used to cover. One of the guys I really covered a lot was Robert O'Keefe, and he is really funny and clever, but profound at the same time. And I really love guys like him, John Prine, Todd. There's people who can take life and all the facets of it and put them into a song, and that's what I really admire and really love. I love somebody who can just write a powerful, beautiful, heavy, deep, profound song. But the stuff I relate to is more the folks. I love it. Ray Wiley, people that just it feels like real language and a real experience that you could, I don't know, I guess that I could relate to. They use their words in a way to paint a picture and articulate what I was feeling, and do it in a lighthearted way that was funny at times and deep at times. And that's what moves me the most, when you can do that whole range. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna play this song here that I have not played since probably 2001, and I also can't sing it very well anymore. But I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a way around it vocally, because I like it. It's really cool, and it reminds me of. It takes me back. So, without further ado, here we go. Seemed like yesterday that I was here, dreaming my life away and drinking beer, staying up till dawn, strumming on guitars, barely living on money from tip jars. Sleeping all day long, just like the big rock stars. I had me a little place up the block, had me a French girlfriend. I liked the way she talked. We spent our afternoons watching the TV, finding things to do that we could do for free. When we split up, she said, "You don't do enough for me." I'm guilty of a dreadful selfish crime, and I have robbed myself of all my precious time. had a little band I thought was good. I hocked my old shotgun and bought a used PA. We got a quart of rum and we drank it all that day. When the big gig finally came, we were just too drunk to play. And I am guilty of a dreadful selfish crime, and I have robbed myself of all my precious time. Sometimes I can't believe that those days are gone. Most of my friends back then, they've all moved on. One's in Hollywood and one's a millionaire. And some are gone for good, and some are still living here. Me, I'm just the same, lost in a crowd, looking for the rain in a thundercloud. I have moved around, but it don't matter though. There's just two ways to go. It all comes down to living fast or dying slow. And I am guilty of a dreadful selfish crime. All my precious time. I don't remember how it ends, so we'll just fade out here. Oh man, I love that song so much. I butchered it there, but go check out Robert Earl's version. It's incredible. Anyway. Yeah, I love that. It's got all the elements to me of the dream, the memories of the youthful memories that are so romantic years later. The simplicity of it all, you know, when it was just about, can I have a few bucks and a couple people to listen to me, and yeah. And then the friends move on, and life happens, and you change, and I don't know. So as a song, I was really related to that back then, when I was in the early stages, when I was the guy in the bar with too much rum and a bad PA. Anyway, okay. Well, let's see. Welcome, people. If you showed up, doesn't look like anybody did, so maybe I was wrong about the whole time thing for my social media. But if you just showed up to the show thinking it was starting at 8 o'clock Eastern, you were wrong. And the reason you were wrong was probably because I told you 8 o'clock Eastern. So I'm very sorry. This will be recorded. You can watch the replay. And I've learned a really important lesson here, which is that I just don't need to be in charge of telling people what time the thing is that I'm doing. But welcome to Alone Together Tuesday. I appreciate you joining us. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna invite. I have a special guest tonight. My son Elijah is here, And last week I played The Magic Kid, which is a song inspired by him. I'm not going to do it again. I got too choked up doing that one. I can't. I'm very emotional right now, as you can tell. But I'll have him come. He's going to come do some magic for us. And he hasn't told me what he's going to do. And I just told him to make it quick. You got to keep it moving. Show business. You can't just be sitting around talking all day about nothing. He's watching me going, isn't that how you made a living for the last however many years? I don't know what this is. It's a strawberry something. I ordered it from a Mexican restaurant. They brought it, and it's pretty good. Don't judge. All right, let's scroll down here, see what folks are doing. Hello from Texarkana. Texarkana, twice as nice. Hello. I've got a song about Texarkana. I might play it. Let's see. Traveling between time zones is tricky too. Sorry to have missed a bit. Elizabeth, I'm sorry you missed it. But like I said, it's on the replay. Thank you for showing up. Time is a construct anyways. Willard, you are so right. This isn't real. Or it is, but I mean, time isn't real. Solid pump fake on the start time. Kate, yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hello from San Francisco. I'm a new fan. All right, well, thank you. Vicky, I appreciate that. You got me good. Jason, I'm sorry, my man. Yeah. Love to hear Sake of the Song. Please play I Don't Want to Grow Up. You should tour with Robert O'Keefe. I did tour with Robert O'Keefe once. Keane once. Years ago, and he took me out on the West Coast. It was fun. He had great audiences. I was really struggling at that time with some vocal issues. I lost my voice pretty badly, and I was out solo, so it wasn't pretty for me performing every night. But it was a great experience to get to hang with Robert. He's really funny and just so talented. His band was super cool. But yeah, I would love to do that again sometime. Yeah, Robert O'Keefe. He is a treasure. Would love to know Eli's embarrassment factor when you tell stories from the old days, scale of 1 to 10. I think it's pretty high. I don't know about my stories from the old days, but I do things like, I ask him, I'm like, how do you set up this Facebook thing? And that's when the embarrassment factor is high, I think. He's like, Dad, no one is on Facebook. Like, I am. I know lots of people on Facebook. All right, well, I'm going to do a song and then I'm going to let him get over there. You ready if I call you?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. All right, this is your shot. This is your shot. Let's see. If you're nobody's business or your front page news, the folk, rock, country, all Delta blues, they tell your truth however you choose, and do it all for the sake of the song. Yeah, hitchhiking, bus riding, rental cars, living rooms, coffee houses, rundown bars. 10,000 people all alone under the stars. It's all for the sake of the song. And there's the man who wrote your cheating heart. Now he's lying through his tooth, and he plays it on a stolen harp that's soaked in 100 proof. And there's the one who might be happy, but for the writer's curse, she lost the crowd's attention by the 42nd verse. And it's a traveling salesman and the girl next door, from the empty room to the third encore. Less is less until more is more, and it's all for the sake of the song. on that marquee. Yeah, he's the son of some well-known. And his father bought the tour bus so he could strike out on his own. And there's the brooding contradiction. Yeah, he's holding Van Gogh's ear, and he's taped it to his guitar, and the hope someone will hear. And it's black berets and nudie suits, the next big thing, or getting back to your roots. High tops, flannels, or duct tape boots, and it's all for the sake of the song. Oh! There's a legend, yeah, there's the best it's ever been. And there's the voice of a generation who won't pass this way again. And there's record deals and chain seals and puppets on a string. And we're all just trying to figure out what makes the cage bird sing. It's lights, camera, on with the show. A lifetime to get ready, now go, kid, go. Where it all ends, nobody knows, but it's all for the sake of the song. So if you're nobody's business, or your front page news, folk, rock, country, or Delta blues, tell your truth however you choose, and do it all for the sake of the song. All right, that's that. Greg, yes, I will play that before Sam's bedtime. I'll try to. All right, now, once again, everybody, welcome to Alone Together Tuesday. Right now, there's Winnie on the bed, and my son Eli is going to come and do some magic for us. We're in Washington, D.C. on a month-long road trip, and we're about a little bit over halfway through it, and we're having a big old time. It's been a blast, and so a lot of y'all know before I go any further, the show was supposed to start at 6 Central, like it always does, and I just blanked out, and I told people 7 Central on the socials. So if you're just arriving, I'm really sorry. I really am. And not only that, I didn't even start when I was supposed to. I started 10 minutes after. So nobody was happy with me. Nobody. It sucks. Anyway, I'm going to... my son Eli is a magician. He's been doing it for a long time. And he had a gig at Micklethwaite Barbecue in Austin, Texas, where he would do magic for people waiting in the lines. In Texas, people wait in line for the barbecue, and so he went and told them, it's like, I it was a great setup you got here, but you need somebody to entertain the people while they're waiting for their food. And so he started doing that, and so now he's out of a gig as well. So I said, why don't you come with your old man and let's drive around the country and see what kind of trouble we can get into. So here we are on the internet, and so without further ado, please welcome to the stage the Magic Kid, Eli Carll. All right. Yeah. Woo! All right.
Howdy. How you guys doing? All right, let me get this.
You have 3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right, I'll try and do this as quick as I can.
If you're good, it'll be 5, but
yeah.
But if you're not, it's 2 minutes.
All right. Okay. So, I want to try and make this educational. I believe all art should educate in some sense, so I want to try and make this educational. So, first, we're just going to start off a few simple, not suspicious cuts, and those should get us to 2 red kings, and then we can toss it over again. There are the 2 black kings. So, normal happenings here. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you guys how to cheat at cards, all right? It's not illegal if you don't get caught, okay? So I'm going to teach you guys how to do this, all right? So we're going to start off with one king, right? I'm going to deal it just like this, right? You might notice the king stays on top. How does that happen? Well, I actually deal the second card when I'm dealing the card itself. So looks something like this. 1, 2, 3, king on top. And we're actually going to have 5 hands right here, and then I'll just deal the king to myself. Second king, do it faster this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. King stays on top, just like that. Deal to myself. First red king, king of diamonds. Do a little bit faster this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Deal it to myself. Let's just show off a little bit. I'll actually make it face up this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. King stays on top. I wouldn't suggest doing this in a casino because you'll probably get taken to a room and have your hands broken. The thing is, though, sometimes someone at the table actually catches you doing it. And I've had this happen a few times. It's usually the guy over here, right over here. And what he'll do is that he'll actually steal all 4 kings from you. Now, here's the thing, right? This guy over here may be really, really good, right? But if you know what you're doing, you can always stay ahead of the game. My name is Eli Carll. Thank you very much.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
You have a shapeshifter? You want to do one of those real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, you got an encore.
All right. Actually, you know what? Here.
Real quick.
I want someone to name. Just someone. The first person. I'll answer this to. Someone blurt out a playing card right now.
It's a delayed thing. I'm thinking about 10
Yeah.
seconds.
This will be that card.
Can you see in the comments?
Oh, yeah. 8 of Hearts. This card was not that card. This was a Joker. Okay. You know what? It doesn't always work out. Tell you what though. Here, check this out. I believe in parallel universes, alternate universes. So I believe that the universe that we're living in right now is one of quintillion, right? I'll actually point this down. So this wasn't the 8 of Hearts that someone said. But what if it was the 8 of Hearts? I mean, just imagine, what if it was the 8 of Hearts? I want to try and do something here real quick. Just want you to imagine it's a different universe, different timeline, and in this timeline, I chose the 8 of Hearts. Thank you very much. My name is Eli Carll, and I'll be handing it over to my dad.
All right, son. Well done.
What are the comments
That was
saying?
awesome. No, don't worry about the comments.
All right.
First rule of show business: don't worry about the comments. All right. Thank y'all for being a good audience. That was really cool. All right. There's our dog is stretched out. Gosh, he's growing. Growing and growing. It's crazy. All right, everybody. How y'all doing? Hanging in there, I hope. Let's see. All right, Eli. Looks like they liked you, which is good. I'm going to give Eli 5% of the tips. So if you liked that and you thought that was good, and you were like, that kid deserves a $5 bill, you're going to have to contribute $100. But I'm good for my word. I will give him 5% of the tips tonight, because this might be a thing. I might have to travel around with you, son. my bed at night. I don't wanna grow up. Yeah, nothing ever seems to turn out right, and I don't wanna grow up. How do you move in a world of fog that's always changing things? It makes me wish that I could be a dog. Well, when I see the price you pay, I don't wanna grow up. And I don't ever wanna be that way. I don't wanna grow up. Seem like folks turn into things that they never want. The only thing to live for is today. I'm gonna put a hole in my TV set, and I don't wanna grow up. Yeah, gonna open up the medicine chest, and I don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna have to shout it out. I don't want my hair to fall out. I don't wanna be filled with doubt. I don't wanna be a good Boy Scout. I don't wanna have to learn to count. I don't wanna have the biggest amount. I don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna grow up. Yeah, they all go out drinking all night, and I don't wanna grow up. I'd rather stay here in my room, nothing out there but sad and gloom. I don't wanna live in a big old tomb on Grand Street. When I see the 5 o'clock news, I don't wanna grow up. Yeah, they comb their hair in the shiny shoes. I don't wanna grow up. I'd rather stick around the old hometown. I don't wanna put no money down. I don't wanna give me a big old loan. Work them fingers to the bone. I don't wanna learn to float a broom. Fall in love, get married, then boom. How the hell I get here so soon? I don't wanna grow up. Nobody. The great Tom Waits. I don't want to grow up. It happens fast. It does. Nothing makes me realize it more than being out on the road with my 17-year-old. He just turned 17 last week. And I think back to, there's some parts of life that feel distant and far away. 17 is not one of them. I remember I had a high school buddy text me the other day, and he was like, dude, how did that happen? Like, we thought we were fully formed at that age, and I remember it. I remember it vividly, what we were doing and how we felt, what our dreams were, where we wanted to go. It's crazy. And anyway, speaking of that time, when are you gonna try out the other bed? She just goes, rotates from bed to bed. Oh, I love this dog. And last night she let me sleep for the first time in 2 weeks. Every morning she gets up at like 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m. And it should be okay, except I'm in these hotels and it's hard to get out, and you got to put a mask on and get dressed and like just go. And anyway, but last night, 8 hours of sleep. It was incredible. So that's why I look so good tonight, because I got my rest. It's very important. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to do another cover for you. This is, so I grew up in the Woodlands, Texas. I was born in Houston, and I grew up in the Woodlands, and one of the good things about the Woodlands was that they had the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion was this performance venue there, and it was incredible. Like I got to see Bob Dylan and Paul Simon there. I saw Neil Young there. I saw Lenny Kravitz there. I saw Tom Petty there. I saw everybody there during the summer, and it would be Steve Miller and Bad Company. And my first concert was Poison and Slaughter and the Bullet Boys, a triple bill. How about that? I was 15. Yeah, it was awesome. And so anyway, I got this job. I got a job at the pavilion working in the parking lot. I was doing security in the parking lot. And the idea was like I just help people park their cars. I had a little like some shorts and a yellow collared shirt and a flashlight. And that was my get up and my tools of the trade. And I could kind of in the distance hear the concerts. And it was fine. It was a job. But I wanted to see the shows. And there were particular shows, like there was people that would tour every summer. Dave Matthews would tour every summer. Yeah, I can't even remember who else. But the one guy that could come every summer that I was way into was Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett would come every summer, and I was obsessed with Jimmy Buffett. One of my earliest songs that I wrote was called "Jimmy, I Want to Sail with You," and it was. Through the islands and the pylons, chasing dreams that might come true. It was not very good, but I was all in on the Jimmy Buffett thing, and I wrote him a letter actually once. I was down in Key West at one of his Margaritaville restaurants, and he had a mailbox that you could send letters to Jimmy Buffett. So I did. I was 15. I wrote him a letter. I said, Jimmy, like I'm a songwriter. And I think you should invite me out on your boat and we'll just go sail around the world. Because I thought that's all he did. I thought, by listening to his songs, I thought he was just on a boat all the time sailing around the world. And I never heard back from him. But still, my friends and I got way into Jimmy Buffett. And we, for our senior quotes, in your yearbook, your senior year, you can put a quote about something, what is your mantra? What's your ethos? What describes you? What phrase or sentence describes and explains your spirit and your dreams? And for mine, it was supposed to be, I've read dozens of books about heroes and crooks, and I've learned much from both of their styles, which I thought was a great quote. Unfortunately, the editor, for whatever reason, of the yearbook screwed it up, and it said, I've read a lot of books about criminals and stuff, and I learned things. Which didn't have quite the same gravitas to it. Just not the same poetry. I read some books about criminals and stuff, and I learned things. Anyway, but I'm gonna do a Jimmy Buffett song. This is one I have not done in a very, very long time as well. So anyway, hope you dig it. Mother, Mother Ocean, I have heard you call. I wanted to sail upon your waters since I was 3 feet tall. You've seen it all. You've seen it all. I watched the men who rowed you, the switch from sails to steam. In your belly you hold the treasures you have ever seen. Most of them dream. Most of them dream. Yes, I am a pirate, 200 years too late. The cannons don't thunder, there's nothing to plunder. I'm an over 40 victim of fate, arriving too late, arriving too late. I've done a bit of smuggling. I've run my share of grass. I made enough money to buy Miami, but I pissed it away so fast. Never meant to last. Never meant to last. And I've been drunk now for over 2 weeks. I struggled and I passed it and I sprung a few leaks. But I got to stop wishing. Got to go fishing down to rock bottom again with just a few friends. With just a few friends. I go for younger women. I lived with several little while. Though I ran them away, they come back for a day and still can manage to smile. It just takes a while. It just takes a while. Mother, Mother Ocean, after all the years I've found, my occupation, oh, has it been? My occupation's just not around. I feel like I've drowned. 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 Gonna head uptown. That's the lyrics, sorry. Oh man, Power looks at 40. That's a good one. That's a good one. I remember the first, I think I was 15 or so when I first heard that at the pavilion and just lying on the grass looking at the stars, hearing that song. I thought, that's beautiful. I didn't know what it was. I remember it tracked it down. I think that's what got me into the whole Buffett thing. So, there you go, Jimmy. I haven't done his stuff in a very long time. All right, everybody, welcome to Alone Together Tuesdays. I really appreciate you being here. I'm Carll. That was my son, Eli, back behind me. Where? How do I? There's Winnie back there, that black creature with the pink collar. That's Winnie. She's worn out. We took her on a long walk today across D.C. looking at sights. Got real hot, and I don't think she's been the same since. So, anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. It means a whole lot to have folks just tune in. I really do. And I want to point out there's a couple things. We're selling t-shirts, Alone Together t-shirts. Some people had asked for it, so I did one. And all of the proceeds go to Feed the Frontlines, which is an organization that is gives money to bars and restaurants, the kitchen staff, so that they can keep their employees working, making food, and then they take that food and they deliver it to workers on the front lines, first responders, doctors and nurses in the COVID units at the hospitals, firefighters, police officers, the people that are out there putting their lives on the line for us right now during this pandemic and who are exhausted and could use just a nice meal and not have to get something out of a vending machine or go home and cook something after the days that they've had. So I love this idea because it helps out the economy, helps some of these small businesses keep going, keep their kitchen staff employed, and not have to lay people off. And then the result of that goes directly to people who are working really hard on our behalf. So Feed the Frontlines, you can support them by getting an Alone Together t-shirt on there. So we're doing good so far. We've already raised a couple grand, and hopefully a lot more coming down the pipeline. So that is that. And let's see, where are we? I promised Sam, I hope he hasn't gone to bed yet. I told him that I would play a song before his bedtime. And so let's see. We'll do this here. Well, there's a girl downtown with freckles on her nose, pencils in her pockets, and ketchup on her clothes. She's a real nice girl. She's pretty as a plate, and the boys call her Katie when they ask her on a date. And who knows, Katie, maybe you could be the one. Well, there's a boy outside, standing in the rain. Hands are in his pockets, he's wondering why he came. He's a real nice boy, he's slower than the fall, and the girls call him Billy, if they're calling him at all. And who knows, Billy, maybe you could be the one. Ah, but hearts don't fly, words they don't sing, and boys like you can't buy no ring. Love's not stuck, it just moves slow. You turn around a minute and away we go. Billy walked inside, he ordered up a drink. He started getting nervous and wondering what she'd think. She thought he looked nice, a little rough around the seams, but just the kind of boy who could listen to her dreams. And who knows, Katie, or maybe he could be the one. Yeah. They stepped outside, they took a little walk. Katie held his hand, and Billy even talked. They sat by the pond, they didn't make a sound. That night fell easy as the moon came down. And who knows, baby, maybe we could be the one. Ah, but hearts don't fly, words they don't sing, and boys like you can't buy no ring. Love's not stuck, it just moves slow. You turn around a minute and away we go. Oh, there's a girl downtown with freckles on her nose, pencils in her pockets, and ketchup on her clothes. She's a real nice girl, she's pretty as a plate, and the boys call her Katie when they ask her on a date. And who knows, Katie, maybe we could be the one. Yeah, who knows, Katie, maybe we could be the one. Ah, who knows, baby, maybe we could be the one. All right. Who knows? Maybe we could be the one. All right. Man, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna figure it out and make it. All right. I hope everybody's doing good out there. I started late but early, depending on which post of mine you read, so I'm just gonna play for a while. This is fun for me, and if you don't like it, you can just leave and I won't even know. That's the beauty of these things. You know, at a live show, it's like, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I always feel awkward like leaving because I'm like, they can see me and then I'm the jerk. But here you can just go. You don't have to stay. No pressure. I mean, I'm tracking it digitally and all. You know, whatever. Don't worry about it. Just do whatever you got to do. Let's see. Arkansas, my head hurts. Yeah, I'd love to stick around and maybe make it worse. But I I've got a girl out in Henrietta, and her love is like tornado weather. And it's girls like her that keep me trying. She goes off like an air raid siren. Come in clean, leave torn apart, with a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a broken heart. Indian summer, Oklahoma sunset. If there's a nicer place, I hadn't been there yet. I'm standing outside of the blue door. I'm too tired for sleep and too drunk for more. And it's nights like these that keep me trying. A woman always knows when a man is lying. It ain't me, I'm just playing a part. With a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a broken heart. I'm gonna get old before I'm any good at this. Who's the president and what year is this? Doesn't anybody speak about truth anymore? Maybe that's what songs are for. You're the wind and I'm on fire. In this line of work, no one retires. Come in clean, leave torn apart. With a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a broken heart. With a bad liver and a broken every 5 minutes, the dog just changes positions. How do I can't, there's the dog. You can't see it, her head's hanging off the bed. All right. Well, everybody, thank y'all so much. It's really nice. Yeah. Let's see. I'll do a song here. I did another episode of What's Hayes Going On About today. For those of y'all that don't know, I'm a Patreon. I release new music every month, and then I also have a series where I pick one of my songs and talk for sometimes up to 40 minutes about that song. and so this week I did KMAG YOYO because it was on the Yellowstone show, and I thought it was an interesting story behind it. So if you're interested in that, you can become a Patreon member, supporter, become a patron, which means you support me on Patreon. But it'll charge you when you sign up and then charge again on the 1st. So maybe wait till the 1st to sign up, unless you want to get double charged. Unless you're just throwing money around, you don't care. But anyway, all right. Let's see. 8-line machine and a sailor's daughter. Something makes them crazy growing up on the water. Playing for my supper 6 nights a week. Hurricanes, Easter, New Year's Eve. 410 walls, now there ain't much left. Looking like a homeless cheers on left. Homers in the corner just breaking up a fight. Good Lord, I hope I get paid tonight. I got a gig, baby. Burnt fried chicken and a Lone Star beer. Cops and the kids, they drink free around here. Girl behind the bar just taking what she's giving. Lying about her past and trying to make a living. A broke pool table, some hard luck cues. Go tell your mama I done paid my dues. Everyone around here knows my name. 6 nights a week in the neon flame. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. Now there's an old line tamer parked behind the bar with 1,000 tons of weed in a store. Oh, 1,000 tons of weed. That's a lot of weed. You can't get that in a car. The old brother died behind the bar with 100 pounds of weed in a stolen car. Oil patch boys, girls who went to college, rules you don't break and laws that ain't acknowledged. A barefoot shrimper with a pistol up his sleeve. Some will go to heaven and some will never leave. Pills in a tip jar, blood on the string. Oh Lord, I never thought I'd see these things. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. Machine and a sailor's daughter. Something makes them crazy growing up on the water. Playing for my supper 6 nights a week. Hurricanes, Easter, and New Year's Eve. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. I got a gig, baby. Yes, I do. And I'm not gonna end it. Some of y'all may be going, enough already. Come on, Carl. But I don't know, what else do I gotta do? Let's play a few more. Let's play a few more before we get out of here. Let's do that. All right, let's see. My weird comment. Yeah, that song, I wrote that about some bars down in Crystal Beach, Texas, where I used to play before the hurricane came and washed them away. Most of them, a few are still there, but that one in particular is called Bob's Sports Bar and World Famous Grill. And they had 8-line machines, which are slot machines, sort of all throughout the place. That's how Bob made his money for the most part, I think. Hey, Michelle, cousin. See you on there. I actually had a cousin who tended bar at Bob's. My uncle lived down there for a while. My grandparents lived down there. They both passed away down there in Crystal Beach. And that's kind of where I started out playing music. And yeah, my uncle had a snow cone truck. He sold snow cones on the beach. It was kind of his last gig. He's kind of in retirement. But anyway, I'm beside the point. But that's where our first gig was, and I was playing down there 6 nights a week. And they used to have all you can eat fried chicken and Hayes Carll for $4.99 on the neon sign out there. So, all right, I had intended to play a couple songs, and I'm determined to get to them. So this is one of them. This is one I wrote my junior year in college. I was procrastinating writing a paper, and I was up all night. And in the morning, I'd finish the paper and this song. And the song is longer than the paper. Probably better too. Jamie was a barmaid at the Underground Long Rail. Seemed like every Friday evening that she'd find herself in jail, and not a friend this side of Houston, but with the time to throw a bail. But she'll be fine. She'll be fine. Spent a lifetime walking through the walls of a broken home. Not a man around here still standing for the girl to call her own. Every time she tried to hold him, she just ended up alone. But there's still time. There's still time. And David drove a taxi through the streets of Boston town. Like the billboards up above him, this whole world just wore him down. The only soul he'd ever cared for was the one he'd never found. But he'll be fine. He'll be fine. A broken half of winter with the wind chill 10 below. They'd be sitting in his kitchen laughing about how the world had done him so. Or when the postman burst his bubble, or with a letter from below. And there's time. And there's time. And there's a lot of people running around, not quite sure which way to go. But as for me, well, I think I finally found it's just easy come and easy go. Jamie grabbed a bottle and threw her apron on the bar, packed her whole world in a suitcase, and then tossed it in the car. Woke up in Texarkana, I wondering how she got this far, and on her own, and on her own. A stranger at the motel let Jamie stay for free. She was gone before the daybreak, on her ways to Tennessee, looking to make the whole world over, and to a place she wants to be, but not alone. But not alone. And David left his taxi in the bottom of a beantown lake. He said this whole world's full of chances, and this is one I gotta take. And so he caught the line to Nashville to finally find his break and make a home. And make a home. As a train flew out of Boston, this whole world passed him by. He said, I've spent a lifetime running, and now's my time to try. If I can't find someone to hold me, all my dreams will surely die, and I'll be gone. Yeah, I'll be gone. And there's a lot of people running around, not quite sure which way to go. But as for me, I believe I finally found it's just easy come and easy go. When Davy hit the pavement, the sky was almost gray. He lit a smoke off the sidewalk to drive the storm away. And when Jamie turned the corner, with the world upon her brow. Davy said, I must be dreaming. How could this happen now? And then she walks right toward him, looked him right up in the eye. Davy reached out for forever, and Jamie walked on back. There's a lot of people running around, I'm not quite sure which way to go, but as for me, I do believe I finally found it's just easy come and easy go. Oh, it's easy come and easy go. All right. That's a oldie, but hopefully still a goodie. Let's see. I'm gonna try to do one more song here, if I can find it. I've never played it before. Oh crap! And that just died. Okay, hang tight, everybody. Thank you again for being a part of this. I really appreciate it. Let's see a few questions. Oh, Mother Nature is threatening North Carolina with a hurricane. Well, that's no good, because we're heading to North Carolina tomorrow to the beach. We're heading to Emerald Isle for a while, and then we're gonna go through Asheville, I guess, maybe out there in the do some camping or something. I don't know. I had big plans of doing a lot of camping on this trip, but I've come to really appreciate a bed and internet and running water. Those are three. But it is fun to be outdoors. All right. Well, hopefully when I turn to the lyrics, it's not going to screw up the image. I'm going to do this song. This is a Terry Allen song, although I don't think he wrote it. Oh, it's Elvin Bigger, Gladys, Stacey Flatt, and Louise Certain. I don't even know what key it's in, but we'll figure it out. Y'all bear with me. But I want to do this one because, you know, I know that it is tough out there for a lot of folks. I know that intellectually, but I imagine what it's like emotionally, but I can't. I mean, I can't. I've been really blessed in that. I've been able to. My wife and I have been able to continue to make a living, support our families, and we're healthy. And a lot of people are not, or a lot of people have relatives who are not, and friends who are not, and who are really going through hard times, financially and emotionally. So I just every day I go back to the Ray Wiley Hubbard quote. I say it all the time: the days that I keep my gratitude higher than my expectations are good days. And right now my gratitude is very high, and I'm feeling really good. Thank y'all for being here and supporting this, and for doing all the good work that I know a lot of y'all are doing out there. These hard times can bring out the best in us, and I know the news and everything always focuses on the worst, but I think there's a lot more good than bad in all of us. Doesn't matter who you vote for, doesn't matter how you feel about a particular issue. I think we're capable of being good and improving the world around us. And anyway, this is a long-winded way of trying to say, let's let each other know how much we appreciate each other. Because there's no time like the present to do that. So I appreciate y'all. That was my way of doing that. and here we go. Let's wrap this up. Let's see. In this world, that's a little low. Let's try something a little higher here. In this world today, where we are living, some folks say the worst of us they can. But when we are dead and in our caskets, they always slip some lilies in our hands. Won't you give me my flowers while I'm living? And let me enjoy them while I can. Don't wait till I'm ready to be buried, and then slip some lilies in my hand. In this world is where we need our flowers, and a kind word to help us get along. So if you can't give me flowers while I'm living, then please don't throw them when I'm gone. Won't you give me my flowers while I'm living? And let me enjoy them while I can. Don't wait till I'm ready to be buried, and then slip some lilies in my hand. Everybody now, come on. Won't you bring me my flowers while I'm living? And let me enjoy them while I can. Don't wait till I'm ready to be buried, and then slip some lilies in my hand. Don't wait till I'm ready to be buried, and then slip some lilies in my hand. One more time for the Magic Kid, Eli Carll, doing some tricks for you. Our very well behaved dog, Winnie Bird. There's. Hold on, I gotta. Let's see the full picture. That's Winnie. She's been there all night. All right, everybody. Well, I'm really sorry about the time mix-up, but like I said, it's on replay. You can rewatch it, and but I appreciate you tuning in. We'll be doing it next Tuesday, probably from I don't know, somewhere in North Carolina, maybe East Tennessee, and then the Tuesday after that, I think I'm going to be in Austin, Texas. I'm driving Eli back to Texas, so. We'll keep doing this as long as we got Wi-Fi and people show up to watch. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Y'all take care of each other. Be good. Be safe. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Adios.